Okay. Y'all know I go to bed now. You know I stayed up late for you.
What is your normal bedtime?
For real? At this time, I'm in the bed.
It is 8 o'clock.
I know. I'm in my pajamas.
You got 2 college student kids. I know you can't get no sleep.
You know what? They got a key. Come, go. All they want to do is eat anyway. I don't really know. Lock the door. I'm in the bed, chilling, watching TV, and then the TV watches me.
Oh, so we're interrupting your TV bedtime. This is
pretty much.
You
my
probably had another
time.
30, 45 minutes before
you are interrupting my drink in hand, slow sipping, watching TV, and
feel free to grab a drink.
Yeah, fall asleep because you're drunk, and then the TV.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Can't Tell Us Nothing show.
Hey.
Yeah, the voices that you're hearing right now are Can't Tell Us Nothing, the foursome improv group out of Houston, Texas. And Can't Tell Us Nothing, you got Tandy. You got John.
What's up?
You got Amici. Say something, Amici. There's an audio version too. Amici mouth something. There it is. And what this show is we take opinions, topics, discussions, turn that into improv scenes on the spot, and then jump back into discussion. Everything is made up. We don't know what we're going to do. Our people who are listening don't know what we're going to do. Our guests don't know what we're going to do. Yes, we have guests. Today is one of those days we have a very special guest with us, Tracey Pugh, educator, teacher, mother. Tracey, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I am. You said it good. I'm a mother. I'm a regular patriot. I'm a resistant person. I don't like current 45. I am a person that is passionate about educating children, especially our children.
Gotcha. How long have you been doing that?
Been doing this for 24 years.
Oh.
24 years in education, college, and all grade levels from pre-K through college. Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Are children from 20 years ago different from children now? Are all kids basically the same in every generation?
It depends on who your mama is. So really, kids are kids. The parenting has changed. We have changed as a society. We are not the same. Our world is not the same today as it was when I grew up in the 70s and 80s. When I was a child, and my mama would beat me but children were seen and not heard, especially in my culture, in which how we were brought up. So it is different. It is different. We have a lot more trappings today. Social media is so much apparent part of these children's lives, which we did not have those distractions. I thank the Lord that nobody has video on me from 1990, but that's a whole other story.
I've seen pictures.
And hey, watch your mouth.
I've seen the TSU pictures.
That's right.
Yeah, you two are related, right, John?
Yeah, that's my big cousin.
We are first cousins. Yes, we are.
Yeah, my big cousin.
I'm older, so I'm the boss.
Of course.
Do you have any John stories for us?
I have lots. I don't know if they're clean enough for the air tonight, but that's okay. Just know that I love my cousin. I love him dearly. He is a wonderful husband, father, and an amazing cousin. I know that if I needed something, he would come up here in a heartbeat.
Boring.
I will say, Jonathan, he can testify. Our family is thicker than thieves. There is nothing that any of us would do. I mean, we come from a strong family. So we are. Yeah. No matter you wrong, we cuss you out after we get out of jail, but we going down for it.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty, I don't know if dubious is the right word about the ties of family. Sometimes I feel like it's something that's really put on a person.
It is.
More than something that is actually rightfully earned.
Yes, you're exactly right. And you're right. You're right, because you choose your friends, right? You can't choose your family.
You can't choose.
It just is what it is, right?
So how do you instill those family values to I'm assuming you have kids. I think you mentioned that earlier.
I do. I have two.
Yeah,
I have
mother.
My son is, he's a senior in college. He plays football for SMU. He will graduate in a month or less than a month, and he will play his 5th year since he was redshirted. This next season while he's in grad school. And my daughter will be a junior, and she plays volleyball at Hampton University. So we have 2 college athletes. They're good kids. If they've done anything illegal, I don't know about it yet. But other than that, they're good kids, strong kids, academic strong kids. They both 3.8 and 3.9, and they fight about who's the smartest one. Oh, I tell them I made them both, so I'm really the smartest one. So that's
and I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them too, man. They're so awesome.
They're good kids. They're good kids. Yeah.
You got a tight family, man.
Well, I was gonna say, how did you instill the family values, and like, what's their opinion on family, or how did you?
You know, it was just being around family. They see how much we all mean each other. We have each other's back, no matter what. You might not like it, but family is blood. Blood is thicker, and we go for each other. We're around each other a lot. We call each other. We talk all the time. I mean, we're just really close, very close knit family. My cousins are like my siblings. I grew up without a sibling. My parents, they didn't have my sister until I was getting ready to go to college. So we were 17. I mean, we were 14, 15 years apart, before I left. And so it's just, so I grew up an only child. So my cousins were my siblings. So.
Wow.
I don't know. They're just good kids. They love their family. We all do.
Yeah, I kind of grew up apart from my family. Like, my mom moved away from her family, not far, just like to the other side of the city. But
also on the other side of the country.
No. But it still became kind of a, birthdays and Christmas and Thanksgiving sort of situation.
But it's one of those things. I have to say, there was times when I felt not alienated, but I was the one that grew up in Dallas and everybody else grew up in Ohio. And I was the one that talked white. And I was the one that was this and that. Oh, you think you're better. It wasn't until, once you spend more time together, you realize you're really all the same. So, but I will say it was hard as a child growing up, being separated from my siblings, cousins, and except for in the summers or holidays. It was hard.
We cut to a young boy's room. Hey, Amici?
Yes, Mom?
Yes, look, you're not gonna be up all night. You finish your homework now. You gotta write your letter to your sister. She moved across the hall. We don't know when we're gonna see her again. You guys used to share the same room, but since she moved out, you need to go ahead and write her, all right? How's she gonna hear from you if you don't write her a letter?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll stop playing video games and write my sister another letter, Mom.
Yeah.
Another letter.
You got to do this daily or else you're going to lose touch with her,
Has she gotten any of the ones I already sent?
I don't know. Truth be told, I haven't been to her room since she moved out. It's so far. I mean, the room was so close to mine. It was so easy to come here and see both of you. Now with her next to the bathroom, I just don't make it over there too often.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. We'll kind of include that in the letter, Let her know, that I miss her.
I'm writing that down right now. Okay.
I miss making breakfast for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We cut to that night in the bedroom. Sweetie?
Yeah.
I know you're wondering why I'm packing all my stuff.
I didn't want to ask.
I'm moving into the garage.
What did I do?
It's not you. It's I was late to work a couple of times and I figured I could shave off a couple minutes if I'm just sleeping in my car. I just get up and just go straight to work, baby. We need this job.
You do realize once you leave this room, I'm never gonna see you again. I mean, I appreciate the financial contribution, and yes, we do need the money, but you and I, we're basically done.
How are we done? This is a sacrifice.
You
could come see me.
No, it's so far to go down into the garage.
I know.
You know, I haven't even seen Jennifer. She moved across the hall next to the bathroom. You and Jeremy were the only two people that were close to me, and I can't stand to lose another family member.
We cut to her talking to her Pomeranian. Yeah, so I'm gonna go live out in the doghouse in the yard. I just feel like the squirrel situation has gotten horrible. They take control. They're planting things and they're digging up your flower bed. I just need to go protect the house. And I think it'll be better if I just lived out there in the doghouse.
What did I do to you?
Oh, it's nothing you did.
You realize I'm never gonna see you again. We're never gonna see each other again.
Of course you'll see me. Just look out the window. I'll be there protecting the house.
It's so far to walk to the window and look out. If you leave, I'm just used to seeing you right here by my bed. Why do I have to walk to the window?
I know you're using me to run letters to your daughter and your husband, but
yes.
I just feel like the squirrel situation is out of control. I need to do something. This is a sacrifice that I'm taking on. I'm doing it for the good of the house.
Can you read? I mean, will I be able to write you a letter?
No, I can't read. I'm a dog.
This is over. This is completely over. This house is too big for me now. I'm just going to have to sell it. I mean, it's just me. Nobody, well, I guess me and my son. He's still next door. He hasn't changed anything. He's the only person who really cares.
Come back to the son's room. Mom,
I folded all your t-shirts. I folded all your underwear, everything. I put it in the drawer. It's all nicely. Huh?
Okay, I'm going to take the load out because I'm moving out.
What? Where you going?
Just down to the living room.
Oh. Give me a match. I'm just going to set fire to this place.
And scene. It's tough. It's tough when the family grows apart.
It is.
Oh, it's just painful, man.
Y'all
So
are a
painful.
mess.
Oh yes, crazy.
Wow.
I had an aunt who was a little bit like that. Not to put her business out there, but back in the day when she stayed with us, before we both stayed in the same room, we both slept in the living room. She had like one side living room, I had another. But then once we went to an apartment that had multiple bedrooms, she got her own bedroom, and we just didn't see her anymore. It was like the door was closed. She goes to work in the morning. She comes home.
Was there plates outside her door at night?
We don't know. I think she ate out a lot. I don't think she actually.
So no evidence.
Oh, Annie, did you ever see her anymore? Did you see what happened to her?
Actually, once she actually moved out of the apartment, I haven't seen her since, honestly. Like, she hasn't come to anything. I was my mom, like, have you anyone heard from her? Oh, yeah, Donna, she talked to her every once in a while. Like, wow.
I love those people.
Oh my gosh.
Can you just imagine like what she was thinking about y'all or feeling all the time when she had to share space with you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, what was she going through in her mind? Like, I cannot wait until we get another room.
How many of y'all was it? How many people were in there?
It wasn't that much. It was me, her, and my mom. That was all the
That was too many. That was too much.
Like even when we shared a room, she would always have headphones on. She'd always be reading a book.
Oh
like she did not.
She liked isolation.
Mm-hmm.
Were you annoying?
No.
No.
Betty wasn't. She just did something.
Oh, that's so sad.
Did she work for the government? You know?
No, as far as I know, she did not.
That's awesome.
She could have been government.
Oh man. You think she went to work and talked about y'all? Like, oh my God.
I'd be very surprised if she talked to anyone.
We cut to a prison cell. Hey, John.
Hey, what's up, Chubbs?
Are you awake? Yeah. I got a confession. I didn't actually murder those 5 people. I just confessed to the crimes to get away from my family.
What? I mean, well, man, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot to hit me with right now. I mean,
Oh yeah, but you know what? We're cellmates, and you know we're bonding.
I mean, you left a lot of details in your confession about how you pulled the murder off.
I mean, it's pretty good, but the truth is, I never met those people before in my life. I just saw the stories in the paper and made up some details.
Was it that bad at home?
Yeah, it was. People always asking me how my day was going. Do I need anything? Is it too cold in here?
Oh yeah. That
You know,
ain't like it is here though.
No, nobody asked me anything here.
Exactly, man. Well, since you confessing, I guess I could confess something.
Okay.
I actually do think it's a little cold in here, and
Oh my God, you're one of those people.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask if it was cold in here to you.
Guard.
What?
I need to get out of here.
Yeah, so does everyone else. Shut up.
No, really, I'm innocent.
So is everyone else. Shut up.
No, I really think he is innocent. He just told me he didn't do it. He literally just told me 5 minutes ago. But he also told me that it might be a little cold in this cell.
No, I did not say that.
Do you think it's cold in this cell?
I think it's cold in this cell. I've been wanting to say that for the last 10 years.
Oh, you think it's cold in this cell? Do you think it's cold in this cell? Chubbs?
Please don't adjust the temperature. Please don't adjust it. Leave it how it is.
No. Oh, if you thinking it's cold, I'm going to go to ask everyone in this block if they think it's cold because you think it's cold. And we're going to have a little discussion. I'll be back.
Oh, snap.
John, look what you did.
I didn't know it was going to be a prison discussion, man. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I'm at home a lot. This is why I couldn't stay there.
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. What we gonna do, man? You're smart. You figured out how to get yourself away from the family. You can figure out how to get yourself out of this situation.
All right, I guess I'll figure out a way to tunnel out of here.
You're gonna have to attack the prison guard so they can put you in the hole.
You can go. I'll stay here by myself.
I'm not gonna attack the prison guard. You attack him. You can go to the hole. There, the problem solved. Nobody talks to you while you're in the hole.
Yeah.
He cut to the hole. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they put somebody. Oh, they put somebody over there. All right. I've been tired of talking to myself. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just in my cell, hanging out by myself, enjoying myself by myself.
Yeah, man, we heard about you, man. You killed a prison guard. You killed a roommate, and you killed another inmate at the block discussion about the temperature, man. What's up, man?
Can I confess something to you?
Yeah.
I didn't actually kill those people.
What?
I just wrote a really detailed story of how I would have done it, so they'll put me in here.
Man, that was a great story, man. Leroy told it to Elroy told it to Sylvester told it to Stewart, and it came all the way down here to me, man, and you made that up?
Yeah, I mean, they did really die, but, I didn't actually kill them.
Oh, why you make that story up, man? What's up with that?
I just want to be I don't want to be around anybody. I want to be by myself. They'll just, ask me too many questions, and they kept messing with the temperature, and when it was perfect, like it is right now.
What'd you say?
They kept messing with the temperature when it was perfect, like it is right now.
Oh, you think this is perfect?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got about 13 letters down to the warden asking them to turn the temperature up. Man, it's cold in here.
Why would you do that?
Man, it's so cold. I've been down here for 6 months. All I got is this sock that I took loose and tried to refashion into a blanket, man, to cover myself up. I just been down here freezing, toes cold, fingers cold. Man, you like this?
I do. I'm actually enjoying myself here. I was. until, you know, you started in on ruining my day with this temperature talk.
What you mean ruining your day?
I mean, ruining my day. I thought, I hope nobody comes down here and messes with the temperature now, because, you know, then I'm going to be either too hot or too cold, and then I won't be enjoying myself anymore.
Well, I've been waiting all day long. They told me this was the day they would give me a decision on the temperature. I got dressed up and everything. I moved my sock all the way up.
All right, time to talk about the temperature, guys.
Lord, yeah.
One day of the year where we change it.
Woo!
One day of the year.
I hope,
Yes,
did the warden receive all my letters?
You know he did. So as long as you guys have a consensus, we'll adjust it.
All right.
As long as you guys can all agree on the degree of the cell block, we'll do this one service. What do you got?
I vote for 78. Not too hot, not too cool.
Is everyone in agreement on 78?
I say 76.
Oh!
See you next year. Scene.
Those people who tell me they keep their temperature at 78 like year round, I was like, you must have some hellified insulation. I know in Houston,
That's so hot.
Armpits is moist.
Crazy, boy.
You can't move in that house. But
I can't sleep if it's not under 72 degrees.
72? Yeah.
I can't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
78? That's like something your grandmother would do.
Exactly.
Like,
That is hot.
That's hot.
And the grandma still be cold.
I know. Talk about a blanket and a sweater. Yeah.
It'd be 80 degrees outside.
Do you ever run into those discussions with some of the kids you teach? I feel like, you know, in like workspaces and offices, people have those discussions all the time. But do kids worry about that stuff?
Oh, about it being cold?
Uh-huh.
About the classroom temperature.
Oh, yeah.
How do you sort that out?
They're insane. I just ignore them.
What are they complaining about? Too hot or too cold mostly? What do you get?
Mostly too cold.
Mostly too cold? Yeah.
So in order to circumvent that, keep a sweater or something at your cubby, go get it. Water bottle. You forget your water bottle, you ain't getting no water. So I hope you got a water bottle.
Why don't they get water?
They don't get no water. Till you go to recess or something. No, you're not going to be running outside down the hall, running and no, we're not doing that. No. Bring a water bottle. See, that creates dependence. See, follow directions, independence. You pack your water bottle, you can get some water when you want some. But you don't pack your water bottle, you only get it when you come in and go out. But they won't forget it anymore.
They ain't gonna forget it.
No, since you want some water.
What are some of the ground rules that you lay down for your classes when you have a new class?
We don't use potty language. Yes, we try not to use foul words, even though they still come out. We try to raise our hand so that we can all be respectful for somebody else when they're speaking. If the teacher's talking, it's because I have something important for you some information for you to gather. So I need you to not be speaking also at the same time. Just to be respectful, we really try to hit more of the core principles of respect, honor, and compassion more than just like, don't do this, don't do this. We try to tie it back to so that my big thing is I really want them to be good people at the end of the day. And I want them to understand why they're doing those things and not just the old, as my mother told me, because I said so, so that you kind of conserve, so they can begin to think for themselves.
Yes. Oh, you're a good teacher. I already know that. When you talk like that, I know you're a good teacher.
The children, they're little parrots. They say the craziest things and they repeat everything that their mama said don't repeat. Uh-huh. And they tell, we hear all kinds of stories. My mama hit my daddy in the head with a brush this morning. Let me tell you. And they come in and you're like, no. So what I do is I have a little wipeable sheet. You go right down. Go right down. We have an opportunity for you to share that information. If you want to tell it so bad, you want to tell your family business, I'll write it in the news. And then we'll discuss it. Ooh. And what I find is a lot of girls will write news, but a lot of boys, they don't want to write. They don't want to take the time to do it. So he'd rather go play and hit Johnny upside the head. So, you know, they rather than all of a sudden they don't want to tell you the business. But we try to make it so that is it true? The statement, is it true? You know, because sometimes kids will do things for attention or trying to one up somebody else because so-and-so got something yesterday, that kind of thing. So we try to make sure that if I try to tie it to compassion, honor, respect, those and the truth, if we can nip those things in the bud, then it kind of instills the rules already.
So if I understand correctly, you're saying that if someone is kind of like talking out of turn, you ask them to go write what they're talking about on the board? Is that what I heard?
Well, no. So like when they come in, a lot of times, especially when kids walk in the door, they want to tell you, oh, guess what happened to me last night?
Gotcha.
Oh, guess what happened? And, you know, and my kids used to do that. Even my children, as soon as they got in the car, oh, let me tell you what happened at recess. Okay, this is what you're going to do. Because as a teacher, I was tired of hearing everybody talk all day long. I did a little spiral notebook. You write that down and we'll talk about it after. And, you know, my daughter would write pages. My son he got here, you know, write one sentence and then he would, you know, he would explain later on, you know, he made a little bullet, you know.
Raccoon.
You know,
Raccoon story.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Jessica wrote pages, but Jacob was like, you know, like, no. So, you know, but we try, because that gives them, I wanted them to also have an opportunity to, and they both do now, kind of when you leave, make a transition from school to something else, you know, you need to have some downtime. There's a difference between downtime and free time, you know, and I wanted them to respect the downtime. They needed to learn how to turn their brain off and how to unwind a little bit. And what does that look like? And for everybody, it's something different. Some kids, it's music. For some, it's eating. For my son, it was eating a snack. But, you know, for other people, it might have been something different. And so, but, you know, that was important to me because I was an adult before I found out the difference between downtime and free time. You know, and you know that you know within your soul, when you get too overwhelmed, you're no good to anybody. You have to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. And so how do you regulate that? How do you self-regulate that? So I'm really big into, especially our children. I want our children to identify who they are before the world does it for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's my passion. That's my one goal in life.
Downtime and free time.
So
the difference.
I know one of your articles I read, you were talking about raising kids in a new social media age.
That's with this book. I have several. This is Socially Wise Parenting, the no fuss way. It's hard. Parenting is hard today. You know, there's not a book beside the Bible unless you're, you know, my grandmother, she would whip out that King James version on you. But, you know, literally, there is no right or wrong. It's kind of like this pandemic. Everybody is, even my daughter was having a hard time today because, you know, everything's moved to online school. And there's no book that tells you how to deal with a pandemic or how to homeschool your kids. And as a parent, you're not really homeschooling kids. You are managing what the school has sent home, or you are managing. You're not the child's teacher. You can't really teach your own children. It's hard. You know, it's just they do more for other people than they will for mom and dad. So it's just, you know, there's no book on this. And so, you know, we were talking today about it's okay to feel a certain way. It's okay to not be able to feel like you're doing we're all managing. We got Band-Aids on this. Nobody's ever done this before. Not in our generation. So. Parenting is hard.
We cut to a dad having a family meeting with his kids. Okay. All right, kids, gather around. Now,
you want us to gather around you or gather around the living room?
Just come to the living room and have a seat. Just have a seat anywhere you feel comfortable. Okay. I've never done this before. You know, I'm not used to you guys being home so much. And I was reading some things online, and, you know, they said I should talk with you guys about, you know, what you're feeling. And I realized I've never really done that as a dad. So I kind of want to just talk to each one of you, and maybe we can just, how are you feeling with all this that's going on around you, being stuck at home, you know, not going to see your classmates all the time and things. But what about you, Amici? How are you feeling with all this?
I mean, it's a little like being grounded. You know?
You feel like you're being punished?
Yeah, I feel like I'm being punished.
If it makes you feel any better, so do I. I feel like I'm being punished as well. Being stuck here. I'm not going to work. I'm not seeing my colleagues. I'm just here with you guys. You got something to say, John?
I mean, I ain't been able to make out with my girlfriend in like 40 days.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. How long
you
is
wouldn't
how
know
long
that, Dad. You're not cool, Dad.
What?
You're not cool. All you do is go to work and talk about your colleagues. You don't do anything cool.
Okay, well, we're having feeling time, so I'm gonna, that's fine. It's fine for you to feel that way. I feel like I'm cool. Sometimes I feel like you guys aren't cool. Sometimes I feel like you guys are real annoying and mean and inconsiderate.
Hey, Dad, how come you always say that mean stuff about us, but you don't say good stuff about your colleagues at work?
Well, how come I'm always talking good about my colleagues?
Yeah, just how cool they are and how great they are.
We've never heard you downplay your colleagues, ever.
They're some of the coolest people I know. They're way cooler than any of you guys. They do amazing things. They project manage. They account. They deliver. Oh, sorry. Let me get the house phone. Hello?
Hey, turd. What you doing?
Oh, hey, Jimmy. What's going on, man? I was having a family meeting.
Oh, those kids. You haven't gotten rid of them yet?
Not yet. The government, man. I would have kicked them out a long time ago if I could.
All right. Well, I didn't want anything. I just, I'm used to calling you or seeing you every day at work and throwing balls of trash into your cubicle and hiding your keys so you can't get into your car at the end of the day.
You scamp.
And slapping you in the back of the head when you're not looking.
I miss it too.
Yeah, I missed that. All right. I didn't want anything. Get bent. Bye.
Love you. Sorry about that, kids. Anyway.
Did you just say love you to your colleagues?
Yeah.
I did.
What's going on, Dad?
Never said I love you to us.
You never said that.
Well, of course, I'm supposed to love you. I'm your father. But I don't always feel that way. I don't always feel that way, John. If I'm being honest, if we're all being honest.
Do you need me to slap you in the back of your head, Dad? Is that going to get your love? We can hear the conversation. It's a house phone.
All right, hold on. Wait. Hello?
I called you too soon, turd.
What?
Did you send this food to the house? Did you just have DoorDash deliver us a full meal from the Italian restaurant that we have lunch at?
I did. I miss you. I miss our lunches.
Oh, man. Oh, that was so fantastic. I think I'm going to feed it to my dog. I don't care.
Ah, you scamp.
Don't waste your money again. Put it on your lobotomy surgery or whatever you need to fix that brain of yours. Bye.
I love you. Anyway.
Dad? Did you just buy your work colleague lunch? And there's no food in the house here?
It's important to keep a routine, son. Every day I would buy Jimmy lunch to show my appreciation for him. And once you get out of routine, it really throws you into a funk,
Right. It's just, we didn't have breakfast this morning. Was waiting to see if you were going to, do something about lunch.
I was waiting to see if you guys were going to do something about lunch. When you guys going to start?
I was trying to work on some lunch for us. I called my girlfriend. Her mom's not letting her out of the house, though.
It's great.
So,
what's the name of your girlfriend?
Her name is Janice. She has a stupid father named, I don't know, something crazy. He's an asshole. Sorry, Dad.
Ring, 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 ring.
All right, give me one. I'm sorry about all the interruptions. This must be important. Let me answer it one more time. Hello?
Hey, Buckethead.
Hey.
I was just about to pay my light bill, but they told me that it was paid for 6 months. And I don't have to pay anything. And I was like, no, it's a mistake. And they say, no, we had a payment, a big deposit made, and it said, for my work buddy from Frank. Did you pay my light bill for 6 months?
I did. You got me.
Oh my gosh. We're about to move. I'm not even going to live here anymore. It doesn't matter.
Where you moving to? You tell me you're moving.
Oh, yeah, we're just going to go down the street. Not too far. We just don't like this house anymore. We need something bigger. All right, but who cares? But thanks anyway. But bye.
And scene.
Whoa.
That guy is so hyped. Holy crap.
Super hyped.
Love you. Your coworker. Love you.
Slip up, man.
Have you ever well, I was really interested in your writing down the information instead of telling me this stuff in class. Do you recall any really interesting stories that kids wrote, or did you have a kid who wrote stuff and you're like, I know this kid is going to grow up to be a great writer. I just know none of this stuff is true, but this stuff sounds so good.
Yeah, they do. They write really well. They also discuss things. When you said that, I was just thinking took me back to Black History Month, and I did my whole bit. Like, I put above the Underground Railroad. We went around the whole school. We were hiding in the bush, trying to get people to just, play along.
You were being escaped slave?
I was, yes. I was Harriet, okay. So we going around to every classroom. And so, there were some people that were like, yes, freedom is this way, like just improvise. And there was some that like, what the hell are y'all doing? It was. So then, that was one. In sort of writing that came from that was very often, some that really got into it, and there were some that were stupid. But the best was when I went to a little kid's class when I was reading story about Rosa Parks, and I was explaining about, how important it was and what she did, and that she wasn't the first woman to actually, take a stand about not going to the back of the bus. And this little boy looked at me, little white boy, he said, but couldn't you have sat in the middle? I said, well, he said, you just kind of black. You're not real black. It was like he was basing it off the shades of color. And I was thinking to myself, Lord Jesus.
Like it was a gradient bus? Like
yes. And he thought, well, can't you just sit in the middle? Like, why would you? He was like, you look like Rosa. Y'all about the same color. Why you couldn't sat in the middle? And but it was, it was a great dialogue, and then he went back and he wrote a great paper on it. So, it just, for me, if the kids can feel it, if they can empathize, if they can actually see themselves in it, then they actually can write about it and actually have a better experience about it. So that's just my opinion. Okay. Y'all not gonna sing to the bus, are you? Because I just need to know. Might take me out if you did that.
We cut to history class. Michi?
Yes.
Can I talk to you for a moment about your essay on
okay.
Civil Rights Movement?
Yeah.
So let me just start by saying you definitely have a lot of talent. Okay, I could see that you are very easily putting together your ideas.
Yeah. I can do this.
Absolutely. I do have a question about one of your ideas. You, it seems like you're getting hung up on why you thought that people were getting sprayed by fire hoses, why they were letting them, and it wasn't because the fire trucks or the police were doing it because they enjoyed it. They were doing it because they were trying to get those people, in a very panicky, scared state. It was almost like terrorism. And you put in here that you actually, it wouldn't have been that expensive for them to buy raincoats back then. I just want to hear where you were going with that.
Inflation over time has raised the price of raincoats, but they were really cheap in the 50s and 60s. I did a lot of research on the price of raincoats. I own several raincoats, actually. I'm wearing one right now. As you can see, it's blue.
Absolutely. I noticed that. You had a different one when you turned the paper in.
Yeah. I brought a few with me today to class. I put them on depending on my mood, how I'm feeling. But yeah, raincoats are really important to me. My paper is mostly about raincoats.
It definitely was about raincoats.
Yeah. I wonder why people don't wear more raincoats now and in the past. And I hope that people will wear more raincoats in the future.
Yes, and I think you made a very compelling argument about why people should wear raincoats. My point is,
they keep you dry.
You think a raincoat would have stopped
a nice
Bull
outfit.
Connor? You're saying a raincoat would have stopped Bull Connor and all those racist cops down there, Amici? Huh? Is that what you were saying with this paper?
I mean, this raincoat that I'm wearing, yeah, the Rain-X 5000. Made by Under Armour, it would have, probably would have stopped. It can stop a fire hose, yeah.
We cut to 1950s, back at a planning meeting for a march. Now, ministers, everybody calm down. We have to give everyone a chance to speak. And our brother Lewis here has come up with an idea about raincoats. We gotta hear him out. Okay, everybody gets a chance to speak. Brother Lewis, come forth with your information on raincoats and their importance in this movement. Brother Lewis, you're shaking your head. You ready? I've given you a chance to speak here.
I'm ready. I'll just get myself together, get my notes.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we should all have raincoats on while we're marching and stuff. I sell raincoats if anyone needs to buy one.
Now, brother, we're not mixing revolution for profit here, okay?
Right.
You're going out in these streets and we're fighting for our civil rights. Yeah, keep your capitalism to the side right now, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just you want something that's going to protect you from water cannons and I have some styles that protect from dog bites if anybody's interested in those.
Dog bites?
Yeah, a raincoat.
That seems kind of convenient, if you ask me.
I mean, it's thick enough that, a dog could try and bite your arm, but it wouldn't get through. You'll be totally fine.
Brother, I think you're missing the whole point of this. The point is for us to get soaked and to get bitten and for the nation to see our plight, empathize with us, and change the rules. If we come out here like some sort of, man in armor, if you will, then people are going to think we're invincible. They're going to
they're going to shoot us dead. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, brother.
They're going to think we're some kind of, like she said, militia, and they're going to shoot us. I don't want to be shot.
I actually have a style of raincoat that can stop bullets as well. I thought of one of this.
What is it? What kind of flammery is this? 1950s, there's nothing that stops a bullet. What are you talking about?
What kind of magic you doing over there?
Yeah, brother, you throwing this movement all off course with this kind of thinking.
Don't let them hear you talking that commie stuff. They sure will come in here and burn us alive.
Well, these raincoats actually protect from the heat as well. Fire, smoke, keeps it off your body.
Hey, ministers, brothers, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I invited him. He seemed like, he wanted to help. He wanted to be involved. I didn't know he had all these fantastical ideas and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The civil rights movement?
This is not help.
Yes.
Your ideas will die with you. Nobody from any future generations of yours will find the importance in a raincoat and ever bring it up again. This is where it ends right here, brother. We silence you here. We silence this whole fixation on raincoats. I'm 100% sure of that.
We come back to Amici talking to the teacher.
So my grandfather tried to sell raincoats. Really help out during the civil rights movement, but they banned. They said he couldn't.
They banned him. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Amici.
Mm-hmm.
Your family might have ran a raincoat company for the last 70 years, but I'm gonna have to fail you for this this assignment because you did not follow the instructions, which was to give your potential emotional connection to the civil rights movement. All right. What you did is you brought up some possibly BS about your grandfather getting kicked out of the civil rights movement. I mean, how am I going to believe that?
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of material or some kind of something your grandfather left over that we can actually examine in this classroom?
Like his raincoat? I have that.
His raincoat.
Mm-hmm.
From the 50s.
50s, yeah.
You know what?
Here. He wrote a speech. Can I read it?
He wrote a speech.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if the class wants to hear it, I'll go ahead. We could go ahead and do this. I'll definitely give you the floor. I gotta see this.
Okay. It's okay. Here it is.
I think real quick. I think it's really weird you had this conversation with all of us sitting here. I felt like we should have left.
When he got in, I didn't know you guys were coming in when he got into the story about his granddad. That's my problem. I'm sorry, guys. Everyone just sit down. We're getting ready to start class.
Third interrupt.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I'll start reading the speech. Do you ever go outside and get wet in the rain? Have you ever been outside and been splashed as a car drove through a puddle? Well, your rights are being infringed by another human being, and to get back at them, why don't you buy a nice raincoat from the Lewis family's raincoat
commercial.
This is a commercial.
Insane.
That would be exactly the guy that got kicked out of civil rights. Somebody trying to hustle people.
Trying to capitalize on the hardship.
Yeah. Capitalize on it.
That's like a if the Transformers like showed up in the civil rights movement, it's like some futuristic or something that is like completely impossible from another world comes back into this old world that sees no value in any of it or doesn't even see it's true. Like, I can really protect you from bullets. Get back. No, you can't. There's no way that can happen. Somebody could have been saving. We could have been on the moon. We had some technology or something. We like, you ain't got to ride this bus. Get on this ship. Come on, I'm going to take y'all to the moon. We got this. We can start all over. We were like, no, we want to stay right here and work out in this atmosphere that we know. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't moving.
How far do you think technology can go back before the civilization that's current gets afraid of it? Because like for us, at least since I've graduated high school, we've had magnum leaps technology-wise. But I'm thinking like if there was something today that would have scared me back when I was in high school, I'm trying to think of what that would be. I don't know. What would that be for you guys?
Something that we have now that would have been scary back then.
Scary or just hard to comprehend?
Snapchat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Especially going from AOL to Snapchat.
Yeah, from the dial-up. You got to sit there all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just, I mean, when I think back, like holding a phone and looking at my mama's face and talking to her, walking down the hall of the school, I can't even, that blows my mind. It was like, my parent was so foreign and so far away. Like I'd have to wait at least 30 minutes for her to drive to the school so I could see her face to face. And the idea that you could just push a button and see them, oh Lord. And then when teachers called, like, back then, like I'm gonna call your parent, you had to sit there and wait. If they just push a button and your parents' face pops up right there.
Right.
And they,
Or one of my son's friends got in trouble and doing something he had no business doing. And it was on Snapchat, and it was, everybody was viral by this point. And so I had to call his mom and say, hey, you need to know this because it's getting ready to, Where back then we could at least wait all day before it got to mama. You know, like you knew you could plan when you were gonna get a whooping. You know what I mean? You knew it was gonna be at such and such time as such, because no one was gonna tell them until after they got home from work. You know, and call, and then if you were slick, you would get on the phone, so the line would be busy, so that nobody
couldn't call.
You know.
Oh man.
But now, you know, they'll find out in an instant, you know, so.
That's true. Yeah. You can't hide. Back then, back then, we had a lot of ways to hide stuff.
I feel like that's kind of the difference, right? Back in the day, there was a lot of ways to hide things. There was a lot of ways to hide information. A lot of ways
I had a phone under my bed, so I didn't care if they took my phone out of my room. Okay, I won't do it again as soon as they left. Plug it right back, put the spare in, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You could hide a whole family back in the day.
You could.
You can't even hide a family in another country now.
Oh, everybody gonna
somebody can tag you in a photo from all the way to the other side of the world. Like, what? I saw you at a bar. Come on, man. This is vacation, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. I remember when, for me, it was Skype. Like you said, the FaceTime and Skype, to me, that changed the whole game for me. I'm just, that and Google. Google, because Google came out, Google started getting real serious, at least for me, when I was towards the end of high school going into college. And I remember a lot of my college professors getting so angry because we didn't have to go to the library to find out information.
Yep.
And then at the same time, Amazon was ramping up. So I didn't have to pay those college fees. I could go on Amazon and buy these books. You know,
and that's kind of what makes me mad. I remember having to write down the Dewey Decimal System and all this bull corn at the library, and you know, and now all the kids just go and they don't really know the struggle. You know, they don't know the struggle.
Right. When you were smart back then, you were smart because you put some effort. You can read, you can research, and you can retain. Right now, all you got to do is like click, read, maybe retain.
And on your phone. I mean, you know, you can do it just from your phone. Or the worst was when
smart.
A practical part for me was I would be in the bed, getting ready to go to sleep. Y'all know I go to bed early. Tracey, and be thinking, turn the TV for me. You know, like they didn't have a remote. Like I was the remote. Let me get you out of the bed. Come in here and then walk over to the paper box, and it had like the one, like his long thing. Like, oh my God, you got me up out the bed to come change the thing.
Or how many tapes I messed up trying to rewind the VHS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like get this thing back into the tape.
Right, yeah. Or the struggle of trying to catch a song on the radio. Like, you know, the tape recorder, so you can play it for somebody else, and then you stop and didn't want to hear the DJ saying nothing, and you're like, oh, these kids, they don't know the struggle.
Man, so much. Oh, it's so easy. A lot of
We cut to the 90s. A radio DJ is playing a new hit. Yo, everybody, I got a new single dropping right now. Hope y'all in y'all cars. Hope y'all buy y'all tape recorders, because I'm getting ready to release this new fire. All right, here it goes. But wait, before I get ready to play this song, let me give y'all a little background. So my partner from New York City, he called me. He said, "Hey man, I just mailed you this tape. You know, let me just start playing the song. Let me just play the song real quick. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Let's go. Wow." Here we go. Oh, I got some callers. Oh, somebody want to call in. Let me see what this person want to do. Bam.
Hey, what's up, DJ? What's up, DJ
is the name. What's up, DJ is the show. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, look, I heard you say you were going to play the song. I was getting out the shower, but then I kind of slipped a little bit and I fell. So I missed the first part of that song. Do you mind starting it over? I'm trying to record it because I want to play it I want to play it for the drill team because we're going to do a dance routine off of it at the school. Do you mind starting that song over again, DJ?
Of course. What's Up DJ? Definitely going to play the song because he loves the fans and the listeners to What's Up DJ radio station.
All right.
Thank you,
DJ. Thank you,
All
DJ.
Right.
My favorite radio station is
What's Up DJ? The radio station. All right, let's get her off of there. I'm going to go ahead and replay the song for everybody. The radio station name again is What's Up DJ Radio Show. If you don't say that, I will not restart your song. Let's restart it again. Bam! Here we go, y'all. Oh. We got another caller. Everybody. I got to take this call. I got to see what's going on. I love my listeners. Bow, you're in What's Up DJ Radio Show. You are the second caller.
Yeah. Hey, DJ. Hey, yeah. Hey, man.
What's up?
Oh, man. I just missed the beginning of that song. Need you to rewind that thing. I was trying to get the tape recorder out of one of my raincoat pockets. My raincoat has so many pockets in it. I put tape recorders in that thing. I couldn't find the right one. And I missed the beginning. Can you rewind it back? Also, do you want to buy a raincoat?
Do I want to what?
Do you want to buy a raincoat? This
one
records music. The
raincoat
itself records music. I thought I had a tape recorder in it, but the raincoat records it. I had to find the record button on the coat. It's one of the buttons on it. Do you want to buy one?
Are you asking me to replay the song, or are you asking me to buy one of your raincoats?
I want you to buy a raincoat and replay the song so you can record it into the raincoat, have a musical raincoat.
Man, we ain't got that kind of time, but I will restart the record for you and the rest of my listeners.
All right, my favorite station.
Click. All right, listeners, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to give everybody right now 10 seconds to get ready before I play this song again, all right? Because I got some other hits I want to get to, everybody. Got some other hits, all right? Mm-hmm. All right, so, all right, now I'm about to play the song. All my listeners of What's Up DJ Radio Show, here we go again. Last time. Bow! Got another call. Sorry, y'all. Gotta take this call. Let's see who's on the other this line.
Hey, What's Up DJ Radio Show? I got through. Thank God.
Yes, you did.
Hey, sorry, I missed the beginning of the song. I'm in the hole in prison. It took me a while to get to my tape recorder. Would you mind start it over one more time?
Sure. I said I was only gonna do it one last time, but my brother, you sound like you're in a predicament.
Yeah. So, also, could you do one more thing for me? Could you write to the prison warden and tell him that 76 is the perfect temperature?
Insane. And that is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show, everybody. Thank you, Tracey, for being a part of this. Let people know where they can find out more about you and what you do.
Oh, thank you. www.sociallywise.com. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I love my cuz. I love his group. You guys are great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. What a pleasure.
Yes, thank you for joining us on this. And if you want to find out more about us, Can't Tell Us Nothing, you'll find us on all the social media platforms that you know and love. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, CTUNImprov. Those places, CTUNimprov. Also, we have a website, CTUNImprov. Also, we have a YouTube, CTUNImprov. Also, we have a podcast, which you're listening to right now. But you can find out past episodes on the Mockingbird Network or on iTunes or on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. I think that's about it. Keep listening every Wednesday. We air this on 92 KLZ. Should have the episode up every Thursday. So thank you for tuning in. Any last things before we go?
Apparently, raincoats probably could have saved us a couple of years in our fight for social justice.
If there's one thing to take away from this episode, that's it.
The temperature and raincoats.
76, still too hot. But for Tandy, for John, for Amici, for myself, Antoine, and for Tracey, thank you again for being with us. That is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show. We are out.